How much you pay for that taco?
Hey, yo, you know this, boy. He's got his free taco.
2010. 15 years ago, Skate 3 was released on all platforms. I think all platforms. I don't know if it released on PC, but it was released on all consoles in 2010, and it took the world by storm. It really did. It was a great game. Skate 3 was a great game, especially coming off the back of 2, which I played a lot of. It was an amazing game. You know, there was so much shit to do in it. There was a lot of content, and even when you were done with the content, the core gameplay was just so fun. You could just keep playing it for hours. You know, I remember waking up in, I would say, like 2015 type era and playing it all the fucking time. Just playing it all the time. Turn on my Xbox 360 and just grind that shit. You know, hitting tricks, finding new spots. There was something about it that really was special. And for years, we have been waiting patiently for Skate 4. We heard rumors about it for years. For years and years and years, we've heard rumors about it. But 15 years later, in 2025, it's here. And what do I think? It's okay. It's decent. It's decent. It's Skate came out. Skate 4, Skate. It's not called Skate 4. It's just called Skate, which I'm gonna get into a little bit. But I kind of want to just give my own little review on it. I know it came out like 2 weeks ago in early access, and people have been playing it. You know, for the most part, I think people have been enjoying it. And myself included, I am having fun. I won't deny that I am having fun, but there is a lot of problems. There is a lot of problems, and I do feel, and I think a lot of people feel, a little bullshitted by this and feel a little bit like this could have been a lot better. This has been a long-waited game. I think the development of this game was announced like 5 years ago, that they were making a Skate 4. And I remember seeing gameplay of it. They showed some early gameplay of it, and I think for the last 2-3 years, we just kept seeing like glimpses of like alpha and beta testing and all this shit, but we never actually got to like really watch it and see it be done. Well, it's here. And I'm going to give my little opinions on it. I'm going to give my little riff. I think I clocked in around 15 to 16 hours on it so far. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of get into it a little bit. I have some notes that I'm going to pull up here for you. Give me a second. Where are they? Where are my notes? I know I made notes for this thing. There it is. Before I get into what I don't like about this game, let me get into the pros of this game, because there are a lot of pros. It's not a bad game. Let me get this off for the record right here. This is not a bad game. It's a very fun game. It's really fun. I think IGN gave a review on it and gave it a 4 out of 10, which I think is very harsh. But, you know, IGN's reputation's been in the tank, or been in the fucking toilet for, I don't know, the last 10 years. No one gives a shit what they gotta say anymore. But I'm gonna go into some pros. I think the first, I'm just gonna say this off the bat. There's more cons for me than there are pros, but I'm gonna start off with the pros. First major pro of this game, it's still fun to play. It feels like a skate game. It just feels good. It still feels good to hit tricks. It feels good to grind and hit and find spots. It feels really good. You have a lot of fun. It feels like Skate 3. I will give them 100% credit on that. It feels like Skate 3. Alright? That's what I almost want to say. It had really, really good ragdoll physics. I don't know if they overhauled it. It kind of seems like, to me, they kind of based some of the ragdolling off of like getting like knocked out, because I kind of saw like the way your guy kind of like hits things. It's actually kind of realistic how you're, you know, if you watched people get like brutally knocked out in like skateboard slams or like bike slams or whatever, it's actually pretty good, pretty well done. It's pretty well done. So it's got great ragdoll physics. The customization is pretty good. I would actually argue the customization's better than Skate 3. You can customize a lot about your board and your character, and yeah, overall, those are like the top things. And I think the biggest thing that makes this game so appealing is it's free. The game's free. Okay? It's free. Who doesn't love free? And I think that's the biggest plus of this game is that it's free. You don't gotta pay for this. It's early access. I don't know if you'll ever have to pay for it, honestly. I think they said that it's going to be free for a while, but those are the only pros that I have for this game. It's still fun to play. It is free, and it's got decent customization and decent and cool ragdoll physics. That's about 4 major big things that I think are really good about this game. Now we get into what I really want to talk about. The negatives. The negatives, boys. Let's get into the negatives, boys. So, I'm gonna get this off the bat. The art style is fucking dog water. This shit is ass. Turbo ass. I can't say to you how fucking terrible I think the art style of this game is. And I didn't know that it was going to look like this. I booted the game up, and I saw the character customization. I saw the way my player model looked, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Why do I look like a comic book character? Yeah, the art style is absolute dog water. I know things are subject to change, and it's early access, bro. It's early access, bro. Fuck you, dude. The art style sucks. You shouldn't have done that art style. Should have kept it with the original art style from Skate 3, and people would have been fine with it. I don't know why they had to go this weird, like, cartoony, like, Disney XD fucking look. It's horrible. It's dog water. It's turbo ass. I don't like it. And I'm putting my foot down right now that I don't like it. Another thing with this is, I think I said it before, but this has been in development apparently for like 5 years. If you play this game, and I'm going to be honest, this isn't a dig on developers, this isn't a dig on nothing, right? This game feels like there should be a lot more fucking done with it. With 5 years of development time. I'm just going to be real. I'm not a developer, I don't know anything about, but it feels like if Rockstar can develop 90% of Red Dead 2 in 5 years, you should be able to make Skate 4 in 5 years. That's just kind of basic math to me. 5 years for a free early access game. That's what we got. So I'm a little disappointed with that, because there's still shit that they're going to add, and I'm like, this should just be in the game. This stuff should be in the game, but I digress. Another major thing, and this is, I think a lot of people have said this, there are no actual skateboarders in this game. There are no real skateboarders. In fact, this kind of ties into a lot of things that I kind of have on here, but that there's, not only is there no skateboarders, like actual skateboarders from the real world, there's no real sense of, like, skateboard culture. You know, I grew up skateboarding and longboarding and all that stuff, and there's no real sense to me of, there's no sense that the people who developed the game understand the actual culture around it. To me, it feels like they just kind of took the mechanics of Skate 3 and made a skateboarding sandbox and just said, there you go, there's Skate 4 for you. Have fun, guys. No, man. You're missing the point. The whole thing that made Skate 1, 2, and 3 so good was, you know, the culture around it. You know, Coach Frank and Skate 3, you know, coaching you around, telling you what to do. And instead, we get some fucking clanker, some fucking robot named V. I don't want to hear this bitch. I don't want to hear this fucking dumb bitch talk to me. Get out of here. Bring back Coach Frank, man. Coach Frank was the dude, was a G. He was a top G. If we don't have Coach Frank back, honestly, I don't think this game's really that worth it, man. We need Coach Frank back. That should be in the next update. Get rid of this fucking clanker and bring back Coach Frank. That's what we need, man. And that was such a big part of the original Skate. You know, going around LA or wherever the fuck you were in Skate 3. I don't remember. It's been so long since I played it. But going around the map and meeting actual skateboarders from real life voiced by the real skateboarders. That shit was awesome. They would actually teach you tricks. They would teach you shit. and it would help you with spots and stuff like that. It was awesome. It made you feel like you were part of a real moving machine of skateboard culture, like selling boards, selling magazines. You know, you became almost a celebrity in itself within the game, which was really awesome. And all of that's gone. All of that is gone. Besides, no real. This kind of ties into the no, just lack of skateboard culture in general. But there's no real companies, as far as I'm aware. When I go through it, there isn't any real skateboard companies. There's customization options. Like you can customize your board, you can customize your character and stuff, like I said before. Thrasher and Vans are cool, and there's a few other companies in the game, but I think the two biggest ones are Thrasher and Vans. They're cool companies, and I guess they're still pretty they're still associated with skate culture, especially Vans. But that's it. That's all you guys got. And when it comes to the boards and stuff, there's no, as far as I'm aware, there's no actual companies. You know, you can customize your trucks, you can customize your, your grip tape and everything like that, but there's no real companies that are listed. Like, there's no like independent. Like there's no actual companies at all that are listed, no real skateboard companies, like I said, besides like the clothing brands like Vans, Thrasher, etc., which that also really sucks. That's not as big of a deal, but because you can still customize, like I said, but it'd be cool to like see like the names of different brands and stuff like that. That'd be really, really awesome. But another thing, and I feel like people are gonna kind of give me some backlash for this. I don't like the map. Map is mid. The map is mid as fuck. There's almost, it feels kind of barren. And here come the people. It's fucking early access, dude. You're fucking getting too hot about this shit, dude. It's fucking early access. This shouldn't be an early access game. And I'm going to get into that in a bit. But this shouldn't be a fucking early access game. This game should be a regular $60 to $70 fucking game that I should buy and that has everything in it. But no, that's not what I get. It's not what I get. It's not what I get. So yeah, mid-map. I don't understand why they decided to do this. They've created this like fake city that's like a skateboarder's paradise. It's like the whole like setup to it, and there's nothing wrong. Skateboarding is like the best thing there. And I'm not saying the map is bad, but it feels to me like there's just it feels lacking. And I'll tell you exactly what it's lacking. Let me just pull up here. It's lacking mega parks. There are no mega parks. There isn't even one mega park. There's sections of the map that have like cool shit, like cool jumps and ramps and stuff. But for the most part, there's no actual mega parks like in 3, which was the biggest attraction to 3, was that there were these insane, unrealistic mega parks that, were obviously not really plausible to be able to pull off, but it was super fun. There's none of that. You can, like I said, there's cool areas you can go to, but there's no actual park. And in fact, I've seen a lot of people saying online that the tutorial map for this game is actually more fun than the regular map that they have. And I would argue that it's true, because at least the tutorial map actually has a fucking mega ramp. I know. I feel like I'm getting really hot about this, but this is just the truth. This is how I feel, man. I'm really passionate about this. I'm really passionate about this game. I really wanted this to be good, and like I said, it's not bad, but it's not what it could be. It's just not what it could be. So yeah, no mega parks, mid map. There's cool areas of the map, but I feel like a lot of the map is just kind of barren, and it just feels like there's almost like, it just feels like they tried to take the mega park idea and just kind of make the whole map the mega park, essentially. But it doesn't really work, because you have to make it a city as well, which is why Skate 3 and 2 work so well. Because there are like weird, like out of place, like, like where like a wall looks like a half pipe for some reason, and obviously it's a skateboard game, so things have to flow, right? But everything in this fucking map is like skateboard oriented and this, that, and the third, and I get it, it's cool, It makes it makes everything flow right. But what made the originals so good was that there was the blend of that, and you almost had to work around the real world type shit to pull off cool stunts at spots. That's all gone. That's all fucking gone. All of it's gone, and that really grinds my gears. That really grinds my gears. Another thing, the NPCs. The NPCs are completely dead. I mean, zero brain cell. Their frontal lobe is shut down. There is nothing left there. They're like fucking Walking Dead zombies. They don't react to you. They fucking move out of the way if you come near them, but barely. It's like they are fucking walking corpses. They have no idea where they are or what they're doing, which is a far cry to what they used to be, where, you know, not only did they yell at you, they would curse at you and call you names for skateboarding near them, but they would fucking tase you. What happened to being tased, man? Bring back being tased. I miss that so much. I miss being tased. That was such a cool part of Skate 3, and I think it was in 2 also, where if you bothered civilians too much, they would just fucking tase you. That's gone, dude. It feels like there's a lack of life in the world. It just feels like there's nothing happening besides you and online players just fucking roaming around. And that kind of sucks. That really sucks, because that was a big part of Skate 3 and 2. And again, it's just all gone. Another thing that kind of ties into the NPCs, there's no security guards anymore. There's no trespassing zones, and there's none of that. And that also ties back to the city feeling like a real city. There used to be, if you played Skate 3 and 2, I don't know if it was in Skate 3. Someone correct me in the comments, but I know it was in Skate 2. There used to be all these like I said, there used to be all these security guards, and when they catch you, they chase you out of the area. They would chase you away, so you couldn't hit your trick. You couldn't hit your spot. Like in real life, there's trespassing places, there's security guards, there's places you're not supposed to be. And that added a whole nother level of depth to just a skateboarding game. I mean, I know it's just a skateboarding game, but just that stuff in general made it feel so much more real, made it feel like you really were just some skateboarder trying to capture footage. And I actually didn't even write this down, but I'm going to say that now that I said footage. There's no feeling, there's no sense of recording anymore. All the original skate games, every time you pulled a trick, it always was in like the frame of mind that it was being filmed. Like there was somebody filming you for, like, you know, tricks and shit, like, you know, how they used to do on magazines and all that shit, you know. That none of that's there. Like I said, it's just lifeless. There's nothing going on. It's boring. It's just really, really boring. Bring back the security guards, please. Another thing, and this isn't as big of a deal, but I don't like the soundtrack. I guess this is more of a subjective thing. I don't really like the soundtrack. I think the original soundtrack for the other skate games is way better, way cooler. It's very obvious to me that EA does not want to shell out the money to get the licensing for not only the companies and the skateboarders to be in the game, but to have just fucking songs in the game that are good. Yeah, I don't like the soundtrack. Soundtrack's turbo ass. It makes you want to plug your fucking ears. It's just, I'm disappointed, man. I think we knew this was going to be a complaint. And I knew this was going to be a thing since a few years ago when they announced that this whole thing was going to be a free-to-play experience for everybody. But there is microtransactions. You can buy things. You can buy items. You can buy more currency to buy more items. Obviously, that was going to be a thing, but I'm just going to point it out now just to let you know, yeah, there are microtransactions in the game. It's free to play. We kind of expected that. Now, this is more of a joke thing, but this kind of ties back into, you know, the lack of real world connection. No Monster sponsorship, bruh. Where is the Monster product placement? That was when I was a kid, that was one of the coolest fucking parts of skate, man. fucking rolling up. You see the Monster logo. I'm pretty sure there was fucking Monster vending machines in that game and shit, dude. They had like a whole sponsorship going and they just threw it out the window. EA just doesn't give a fuck anymore, dude. They just said, "Oh, people don't care about that shit. They just wanna hit spots and shit. They don't want to see no real world shit. They don't want to hit spots and shit." Fuck you. We want real world connection. We want to feel like the world is alive. We don't want to skate around in some barren, bare bones fucking desert with dead, lifeless NPCs. We're done. We won't sit down and we won't take it silently anymore. We won't take it silently anymore. Putting my foot down right now. I've had enough. But yeah, it's good. If I really had to give it, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's, if I really had to give it a rating, like a 1 out of 10 type of deal, it's definitely not a 4 like IGN. IGN's fucking off their gourd. I don't know what they're talking about. It's definitely not a 4. I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna give him a 6. I'm gonna give him a 6. I feel like on average it would be a 5, but I'm gonna give him a 6. Because I do have a place in my heart for just the Skate IP in general, so I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. But this goes into a whole array of fucking problems that's just happening with the gaming industry in general, which is companies like EA and other major game companies have been doing this for the last few years, and I don't understand the trend. And that trend is putting out a half-baked, half-finished product and then being like, "Don't worry, we'll finish it later. We'll finish it as you guys play it." What the fuck is why? Why? There's a part of me that almost feels like I would have rathered this game be non-free-to-play where I just paid money and it just have everything in it already. But no, instead it's a free-to-play thing, and now I gotta wait for update upon update upon update for this game to be what it really should have been. To me, that's fucking stupid, and it's a major trend that's happening with not just EA, but a plethora of fucking companies. I mean, you can just name a company, and they have a game that's half-baked, underdeveloped, that they feel like, "Yeah, we can just update it as we go." It's like, why? So you're comfortable with delivering a half-baked, half-assed project as long as you can just keep adding shit onto it later? What the fuck? That's stupid. It's dumb, and it's gay. And I think that's the worst of it. It's gay. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. Thank you guys for watching. See ya.